Welcome back, guys. Today we have another Java tutorial. Today we're going to talk about arrays in Java. And arrays are pretty much a data structure that is linear and it has different compartmentalized little spaces for them. So we're going to show an example to make it easier. So we have an integer. We already know what that is. We're going to do call it test, and it's going to be an array. To make an array, you have to use those brackets to tell the program that it's an array. And then the first version, we're going to create an array, and we have to delegate how much size we want to make it. So the first size we're going to make it is we're going to make it a new integer array with size 5 in it. So this means that there's going to be 5 things inside this array. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run a for loop, and we're going to put inside this length, and then I++. We're going to put inside this each single. So right there, what I'm doing is I'm calling the space inside the array, and in the computer science world, when I allocated this to size 5, I said that it starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We start with 0 in computer science. So now I'm going to put in whatever it is, and then when we're done, what this is going to do is going to put 0 and 0, 1 and 1, 2 and 2. Then we're going to print out all of it so I can show you that it is working the way it's supposed to. So we're going to do another for loop. The same thing, exact same for loop, but this time we're going to show what's inside of the array. So let's test I. All right, now let's run the code. See? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I made sure I spaced them out. That's why I used the print len, because I like new lines every time I print something. And so that's the first way. So this is the first way. We're going to get rid of this array. We're going to do the other way. The second way is if you already know what you want to put inside of the array, you can do the curly brackets. Put in everything you want. And now this will allocate, it has made the array the size of how many you put in. And then when we go and print this out, it's going to have all of this inside. I know it skipped 9, but I did it on purpose. It's going to put all of this. It's going to be inside. So watch when we rerun it. Just wait. Take a little bit. So you see it, rerun it. So now you're wondering, okay, so how does that work? So you got to make sure you're not allowed to go. So when you do this and you call, let's say we know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements in here, you cannot go -1. You can't call the -1 position. It's only from 0 to the end. You can't go outside of the boundaries. So you can't go negative, and you can't go above the last one. So 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 is the 9th one, because we start with 0, so it's 0 through 8. So you can't call 9. If you call 9, you will get an error. So let's go and do that right now and show you what I mean, so you know exactly how this works. So if I call test.9, right now, I'm going to get an error. The compiler might know, but here, watch. Exception in thread, error, array index out of bounds. So what happened was, we don't need to see all that. Index 9 is out of bounds for length 9. So you're saying, well, the length is 9. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Arrays and how they work in the world of computer science, we start with 0. So really, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The length is 9. Yes, the how many are there are 9 of them, but the access in the array, you do -1 for where you're at, and you'll be 0, and you'll start there. So that's the way arrays work in Java. They pretty much work in most programming languages the same way, but in Java specifically, this is how arrays work. You also can store elements in each side if you want to as well, guys. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more tutorials.